Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight hasn't yet. Today out here, it's hard to say, it was sprinkling earlier. So anyway, I hope you're getting out, and also is to slow down. Sometimes we need to slow down. Maybe you're going too fast. How about you're driving? Are you driving too fast, or maybe you're in a hurry? So besides that, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman. Plus, you can give this video a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can also leave me a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And, sorry, you can also share my videos. You could share my videos with a turtle and with a frog. And don't forget your family members or friends. And also, don't forget to push the notification bell, and you can also check out my playlist. Plus, you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So Starlight's had a lot of topics lately of different videos to make. So this is one that I just kind of thought about yesterday. I was like, okay, yeah, let's do that one because it's so important. So now this is for anybody really, but it's mainly for people that don't have any kids. And when I say that, I mean sometimes people might be with somebody that has kids, and you might be like a stepdaddy or a stepmommy, but this is, like for people that haven't had any kids and they're thinking about having kids. So it's so important, and this is huge for Starlight because this is where the problems start, right here. Besides, it actually doesn't even start at this point. It starts on, like who you are as a person, and like what kind of family did you come from. And if you're thinking about having children, is what kind of partner do you have in your life that you think you're ready to have a baby with. So, and I never went to high school, so I never went through this, but I was babysitting I might have already started babysitting when Starlight was really young, trying to take care of an infant. So I started off really young, with my sister Kelly, and I love her so much. She's like a daughter, really. A lot of times if I ever mention about my sister, I almost call her daughter because I practically brought her up, and she was handicapped, and she was blind, legally blind, so and I loved her so much. I prayed for a sister, and God blessed me with a sister. So I might have been, like around 6 or 7 years old, starting off taking care of a child. So, and that's why this is so important, is because it starts with, of course, the background where you came from, like whether you were brought up the right way, or, maybe your parents didn't know what they were doing, but they, they could have done the best that they could have done. And, we got all different kind of things that going on. So it could have been even a family that, there's a lot of people out there, believe it or not, is there's a lot of families out there, they just want to, they're with somebody, and then the guy or the girl or them both might say, hey, let's make babies so we can get government money so we don't have to work, so we can get some free income, So that happens. And then you get people that want to marry other people that are from other countries, and then, they get married and then they have babies. So, the whole thing is to make sure you really want a baby for the right reason. you know. So that is, what do you have to offer the child? What do you have? What is it that you can give that child? Why do you want to have a child? Or in most cases, oops, I'm pregnant. Starlight, you're pregnant? And I wish I was pregnant, but no, Starlight's not pregnant. Is, men and women, it's not girls, ladies, it's not just the guy's responsibility to protect ourselves from getting pregnant. And on that note, sometimes this happens where sometimes the guy wants to have babies and the girl doesn't, or sometimes the girl wants to have babies and the guy doesn't. So it is really very important. Now I know I've had people giving me telling me like somebody might change their mind and want babies later on. Maybe they're not ready right now, but you really want to get together with somebody that wants to. If you want a baby right now, then it's best to really get with somebody that really wants to have a baby, because maybe the person that doesn't want to have a baby, maybe they know that they don't want to have that responsibility to raising one and bringing one up. Maybe they're in their, they could be an adult, but maybe they're in their party zone right now where they're too busy having fun with the guys, or, or she's too busy having fun going out with the girls. So what I believe that I'm going to name this title is, Before You Have a Baby, Do This. And like I said in the very beginning, is I didn't have to go through this, because some of you might be judging Starlight and laughing and making jokes about not having a GED, but really, did you use everything that you learned as far as having a GED or graduating? So a lot of times we don't. And like the Amish people, there's a law for the Amish people, because they're not going to be going out more than likely, because the way their families are is that they only get up to, I think, 8th grade level, and that's it. By law, I believe that they, by law, because of their religious beliefs, they do not have to, go and have like a GED and all that stuff. So they only go up to a certain grade, and that's it, because that's all they need. They don't need all that other stuff in it. And some of you might think you're really smart because you did get, did graduate or did get a GED, but it's just a program to program you. That's all it was. It was just to program you so you could, so they can have everybody believe the same thing, so, and then they used it as a way of forcing people to get it, because then if you don't get it, then you can't get a good job. But that's not always so, because Starlight, outsmarted the system by starting her own cleaning business. So, and I worked for myself. I didn't have anybody working with me. I didn't want that. Because, I didn't want people working for me, cleaning at houses or companies if I don't know them, So anyway, back on track is in the schools these days. And I don't know if you went through this maybe when you were younger, and I don't know how old you are, and, like if you graduated and did the school do this, is where they would have you, maybe the school supplied these at the school, I'm not sure, or maybe they said, hey, you need to bring in an egg, that's in a shell, that you get at a store to, like have fried eggs. So to bring that in, or the school might have supplied all those eggs, so then you wouldn't break them on the way to school. So then what they were going to teach all the young kids, teenagers especially, because at that time they're already, a lot of them already kissing and touching and, possibly having sex at that time, in their life. And these days, it could be much younger than when I started. And Starlight didn't know really anything about sex when I was interested in boys. I wasn't getting educated at home, and I really didn't get educated in school because the um, class that I was put into. So with that is a lot of the kids that when they entered into high school is that they had to bring the school had an egg for them one way or another, or you brought one in, and then you had to treat it like it was your baby. And then later on, I think they just probably had you, like you had to bring this doll everywhere. But I don't really think that's really an effective kind of thing, really, because say if you brought an egg home and you broke it, well, you could just like, hey, I broke the egg, I'll just, get one out of the refrigerator and start all over again. Or, like other things with dolls, you really don't know if they're really, I don't know, maybe they had a special doll. But if you, number one, who are you with? I mean, like, are you with somebody right now and you're maybe thinking about, hey, are we ready to, you're thinking about, you've been with them how long? I don't know how long you've been with them, maybe 6 months, a year, a couple of years, 3, 4, maybe now you're like, hey, I now financially believe that, hey, because financially we're ready now to have a baby, that you have the extra income. Because yes, children cost a lot of money, so with that, no, is that you might now be thinking about taking that next step in, where before, whether it's the girl or the guy that has been, protecting themselves, from having a baby. And of course, this is where a lot of people fail, is that a lot of times they're only thinking about protecting themselves about not getting the girl pregnant. And this happened not too long ago. I met a young teenager. I was just blown away. And I met a mom and a son, at a different library. And I was blown away. I was trying to reach out to the lady and let her know about my YouTube channel because she's seen my sticker on my car. And before I know it, this young boy is bragging that he's got 3 girlfriends, and he's talking right in front of his mom. And I'm thinking, wonder what kind of mom she is. He's bragging about, and she was right there. I've never witnessed anything like this, and I felt, oh my. And he actually, this young boy, asked me how old I was. Like, I felt like he was hitting on me, thinking, maybe I can have her for a 4th girlfriend or something. I don't know why he asked me how old, I was. But it was pretty sad, because I asked him, I'm like, hey, like I asked the mom, she didn't care. I could have said anything to that boy. That mom did not care about what I was going to say or ask or whatever to that young boy. And so I said, hey, do you mind me, saying some things to help you guys out? And it just was the biggest joke that I ever seen with a mom and I'm thinking, how was she brought up? See, got to bring it down. Okay, how was she brought up? And so I said, are you, like, he bragged and was claiming that he was already having sex, and I said, aren't you worried that they're going to find out about each other? Aren't you worried about, are you using protection? And I didn't believe him when he was saying that he was using protection, because I know how boys are. They're not, And he said, oh, well, she is taking something, so she can't get pregnant. That's all he was thinking about, is he was only thinking about her getting pregnant, so he doesn't have to be a daddy and work to pay for child support. That's all his mind was set. Oh, I don't want to get you pregnant because I don't want to pay, go to court and pay child support. So he wants to have fun. He wants his cake and have, his cake and eat it too, kind of thing. So I said, but I'm thinking, why is the mom not teaching her son these things, And I said, aren't you worried that maybe you might catch something from them? Because, they could have they could have actually got something through their mom, or through their mom and their dad. Maybe the mom already had something, and then she had a baby, and then the child could have that and not know it. Maybe the daughter never know it, or the son. So it is important, to protect yourself. So it's not just about, ooh, I don't want to get you pregnant, so you do the birth control, and I don't know, they got so many different things. But anyway, that was a horrible thing that I witnessed that day. Is so if you're with a guy that how is that guy or girl treating you? How are they around the house? Are they able to keep things up at the house? Are they able to keep the laundry clean? Are they able to keep the dishes clean? How's their bedroom look? How does the house look? How's the yard work, men? How's the cars? Are the cars getting taken care of? How's their health? Are they doing drugs and alcohol? How's their, emotions and mental state? Do they need, counseling and therapy? And not saying that because somebody needs counseling and therapy that they would be a horrible mom. Absolutely not. But are they getting help when they need it? So I don't know what you're saying, because I don't know what's going on. So the guy that you're with and the girl that you're with, or whoever you're with, have they been faithful? Have they been, being responsible? So, and the other thing is, if all those you say, oh yes, everything's so good. Okay, now we're to this point. Is really before you think about having a baby, planning on having a baby, that you should do this first. And because scientists and doctors and all that, they always like to pick on guinea pigs or mice or rats, is why don't you first start off small and start off with a pet mouse? I don't like mouse. Well, I'm picking on the mouse is because, a lot of scientists use them, and hey, if something goes wrong, it just was a mouse instead of a cat or a dog or a bird. And I love all the animals. But you ought to really check out and say, okay, let's, or what? Start off with a plant. See if you can take care of a plant. And I love plants too. Start off with something. See if you can take care of a plant. Then work onto a mouse, or, a hamster, a guinea pig, or a ferret, or a rat, or a mouse. See how you do with that. If you can't take care of a plant, if you can't take care of a mouse, and there's things that do happen with animals, but if you know for a fact that, whoops, I kind of forgot to feed you, or things are getting kind of stinky because of the smell, because you haven't been, going out and buying the stuff that you need for the cat, not the cat, please do not try this with the cat first, is like the mouse, you really weren't, sorry, I just got people passing this doorway and you can see right through, is, so start off with, a plant would be a good thing. Go out to the store, go get something beautiful, get whatever you want, if you just want a green plant. And just like all the plants, just like, you want to read the directions on, what kind of plant you're buying before you get it. So see, that's the first step, because Starlight loves buying plants. But before you buy the plant, find out as much as you can. Google it, find out what the name of it is, if you can, or even ask possibly somebody at the store, hey, what kind of plant is this? Maybe herbs, you can get some herbs, buy some herbs, that way, hey, then you can actually use it for your cooking, maybe your favorite herb. And they got a lot of beautiful stuff. Sorry. At fall time, they have a lot of plants that you can. Now, you might be a plant person. Now, if you're already a plant person and you're doing really good with the plants, then skip that part. Go get like a small little animal. Please don't get a cat or a dog. You know, get like a small little animal and see how that goes. And see how, like, how you can do with making sure they're fed, making sure they got food, making sure they have water, make sure they have a place that, is not stressful for them, because those, you don't have to have a babysitter around unless you're going away for a long time. Then you got to be responsible to have somebody come in and watch those pets, depending on how long you're going to be gone. So please don't have a baby until you do this. Go out and see if you can be responsible enough after you did all the checklists. Like I said before, is your house clean? Is your dishes clean? Are you taking care of your clothes? Is the laundry caught up? Are you with the right person? Or are you fighting a lot? If you're fighting right now and arguing back and forth and can't even get along, please do not have children right now. Because the child doesn't need that. You might not have been brought up in a family that argues and fights and yells and screams and throws things or is abusive, but you don't want to put your child through that either. Or you might have came from a family like that, and that might be why you are like that, is because you were brought up in that kind of condition. But please, get one of, and then if you do really good with a mouse or a rat or, a guinea pig, try a cat, try a dog. You really want to really test it out? You get like kittens or little puppies, because they're a lot of work. And if you can't handle, of course, if it's too much, please go and find somebody else. Don't wait until the pet is dead, okay? Because Starlight does not, even same with the mouse or the rat or whatever. If you like, oh my, I can't keep up with this, find somebody that will take care of these animals. Put a freebie, say free, so somebody can come and take it and take care of it. Find somebody that would love to have a pet and that would like really take care of it. So I'm not here to try to tell you that, hey, it's okay not to take, but a plant, of course, a plant is a lot different. It has, a different kind of energy than an animal, but still, if you're not doing so well with the plant, maybe you could find somebody that has a green thumb. So anyway, I love you. This is Starlight. Sorry, I got my video. So please, if you're not with the right person, don't have a baby with that person, please. And, find out as much as you can about them. And and so I do love you. It's just that we have enough children being abused and neglected, and we really don't need any more. We need parents that are going to really be responsible and really, count the cost, because there's a lot of families out there that might not be able to have babies that would love to have one their own, but, they might have to adopt or something. So anyway, I do love you. You could give this video a thumbs up. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you can share my videos with your family, your friends, a chipmunk, and a wolf. Plus, you can also ring the notification bell, and you can also check out my playlist. Plus, follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. I love you all, I really do, and I love everyone. I love the kids, I love the babies, I love the animals, I love plants, I love all of it. I love teenagers, middle age, people like Starlight's age, older, well, they're younger, they're getting younger, elderly people, handicapped people, so I love everyone. And it's just really wise, like, you just might, just because you're here, it doesn't mean that you're going to be a great mom or great dad. And that's what we need in this world. We need people that really care about their children. First, you got to care about yourself. If you don't love yourself, then don't bother having babies. Even if you don't love yourself, don't even bother, getting those pets either. First you got to love yourself. And anyway, I love you so much. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.